Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Babajide Olalekan Taufik, a student of Department of International Relations at the Air Force Institute of Technology, Kaduna, Nigeria. And if you're new here, please click on the subscription button and the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. Today, I will be talking about issues surrounding Africa. And I would like to ask these questions. Will Africa be colonized again? Are Africans living in illusion? Where do we get it wrong? And what should we do to right the wrongs? Well, it is highly unlikely that Africa will be colonized again, as it is now a continent of independent nations with their own governments and systems in place, with their own political system in place. In addition, there is a global trend towards self-determination of nations. So any form of colonization would meet with resistance and condemnation from the international community, and even Africans will resist it themselves. However, I am compelled to comment, even though I don't like to comment on issues like that, particularly when we're on a platform like this, whether on a WhatsApp group, YouTube, as I am talking right now, where you have so many scholars and drivers holding on to one steering wheel, So, however, I realized that Africans aren't ready. They were not ready and they do not really know what they want. And that's my own perspective. So, a lot of Africans are a set of delusional entities who want to move from former ruthless and heartless colonizers to a potential candidate for neo-colonialism. Just like I wrote in one of my WhatsApp message. None, I repeat, none of the so-called powerful and advanced countries have the interest of Africa and Africans in their hearts. They are all here in Africa for their interest, as rightly pointed out by Professor P.L.O. Lumumba from Kenya. And just like Hans Morgenthau said in his popular books, Politics Among Nations, he said that international politics, like all politics, is a struggle for power. So all of them here in Africa are struggling for power, struggling for influence, and at the same time struggling for our resources to grow their own economy. This doesn't mean that we're going to shut our doors or we're going to shut ourselves from the outside world. No. But it simply implies that we must tread carefully and interact with the outside world based on mutual agreements. That's my own opinion. Also, I detest people who only sees problems without preferring solutions to those problems that they've identified. And in a political analysis, you identify a problem, you give solutions to the problem, and then you give reasons or evidence to back up the solutions that you've given. That's how to analyze. And here, we as Africans were very good in arguing blindly with one another, with no tangible solutions to the problems and challenges facing our continent. We are just living in illusion, to my own opinion, thinking that we are right. We must have a clear ideology, just like the Ujamaa socialism of Julius Nyerere. All the international institutions and organizations that we have today are solely created for the interest of the superpowers, of the advanced countries. We must start thinking critically and stop these biased and unproductive arguments among Africans. Some of us were just here often and puffing, being loquacious and spreading information that are not true. If you are an analyst or a student of international relations and a true African working for the freedom and progress of the motherland, then you must learn to separate the wheat from the chaff. You must learn to know what is real and true by doing what? By systematically subjecting your guesses, public opinions, as well as rumors and even sentiments to verifications. That's how to create a good society. Then fake and unverified information will only destabilize our continent. So let's be patriotic. Good. It's evident that African leaders are corrupt and heartless, and their ways are purely Eurocentric with no clear policies that are in tandem with African cultures, traditions, values, ethics, and beliefs. But are they to be blamed entirely? No, to my own opinion, please. Once you have an African leader who tries to stand out, it's either you're killed or toppled by your own security men. But there is a way out. I think there is a way out. If Africa stands as one, no one can defeat us. No one, I repeat. But can we be united? I doubt that as well. Because even in our small groups on WhatsApp, everywhere, there's an element of disunity. And on Niger crisis, I do not and I will never support any military intervention in politics of Africa because of their past record. And if I could remember very well, this is the 5th time that Niger Republic is experiencing coup. What exactly has the military achieved in all their interventions? Did they not also enrich themselves at the expense of the poor and the needy? Did they not fail to fight insecurity? What is the assurance that they will do something different this time around? The only military leaders in Africa who seems to have done well during their lifetime and tenure are people like Thomas Sankara and the late Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. So maybe there are others that I didn't know, but those are the two that I know very well. I may be wrong, pardon my shortcomings. And as far as I am concerned, the personal and corporate interest of the Nigerian military is what motivates the coup, not to rescue the masses. However, I will never support the use of force to restore constitutional order in that country. Diplomacy is highly needed at this time. Back to the foreign powers. If we are not careful as Africans, we will willingly, by ourselves, sell ourselves to slavery and colonialism to these foreign powers. Our dealings should be mutual and not one-sided. We should not rely on any of them because interest is the sole driver of the decisions of powerful states within the international system. That being said, we must put Africa's interests first before anything. National interest before personal aggrandisement. And to those of us who are very quick to point fingers at the leaders, I hope we are not also directly or indirectly contributing to the misfortunes of Africa. While we have a lot of Africans making us proud in the diaspora, we also have some unpatriotic elements destroying the image of Africa. If you are engaging in Yahoo, 419, robbery, or any sort of cybercrime, we are part of the problems that Africa is facing. We have so many ungodly civil servants who are also milking our system dry. We have military chiefs who are corrupt and students engaging in exam malpractices, and also parents paying for miracle center in quotes. We are all part of the problems of Africa. You may be interested in watching my video where I talked about combating corruption, a collective effort. I will drop the link in the comment section. And let me make this clear. I am also a student like some of you that are watching me. And I think as a student, we need to read well to acquire the needed qualifications to fight for the interest of our country and to fight for Africa at large. If you're a youth listening to me, focus on building yourself first. The likes of Obafemi Awolowo, Abat Macaulay, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, Nnamdi Azikiwe, and Patrice Lumumba, they all fought with knowledge and wealth, not with some kind of a beer parlor discussions that we always engage ourselves in, which is tantamount to nothing. So if you're a youth who is ambitious and want to change the narrative, please join the major political parties in your region, in your country. Encourage others to join as well, and respect the headers to gain their trust and support. Try as much as possible to infiltrate the national assemblies through elections, contest for governorship, chairman elections and others in your region, and let the change start with you. I don't believe in creating new parties unless you have the war chest, that is, if you have the money. But you can retire the old guards. It's a gradual process, remember. Because if we are in a hurry for change, I swear we may not see the result that we desire and we have ourselves to be blamed. So it will take years to achieve all this dream. So no one is perfect. Kindly pardon my shortcomings in this video, dear compatriots. I may make some mistakes, some errors. So may Africa succeed, and God bless me. God bless you, my viewers, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Africa. Once again, my name is Babajide Olalekan Taufik, popularly known as Obat, a student of the Department of International Relations at the Air Force Institute of Technology, Kaduna, Nigeria. And please, if you're new here, kindly subscribe and click on the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I release or drop a new video. That is the only way to help this ministry, to help us go forward. Please subscribe, like, and you can also comment or give us suggestions on what we are doing that we are not doing right, or what we are supposed to do to improve the quality of this content. Thank you, and God bless you. See you next time.